I packed my suitcase and take with me.
Siehst du den Horizont? Direkt überm Boden fängt der Himmel an. Und wäre ich dort, dann würde ich wetten, dass ich ihn erreichen kann. Doch hier hat es den Anschein, bin ich dafür zu klein.
This time my garment bag.
Also hau ich ab mit Sack und Pack und
10,930 grams. You could call that light or heavy, depending on how you look at it. Let's take a look at what I've come up with, what I absolutely need to take with me. This is a sturdy outer bag, and then I have a waterproof bag inside that can be compressed really well. I always take it out like this. I open the side and slide it over. And with that, you're out. First of all, a pair of flip-flops. It's empty. That's where I always put the lashing strap I use to attach the bag to motorcycle. So, what do we have in here? First of all, a jacket. A pair of jeans. Then, it wasn't a good day. I opened the bag. I feel better. Lousy living, the fox from the beginners. Here I have my toiletries bag. Let's take a closer look at what's inside later. I have an electronics box with chargers and so on. Then there is my laptop wrapped up twice. Then I have, maybe I'm a bit silly with glasses, 2 pairs of glasses, sunglasses, already wrapped in a bandana. And now there are riding underpants and another pair. And once again, then I have an MX shirt that I can wear as well as normal shirt. A thin windbreaker that is really compact, about that size of a fist. A hood, just in case winter does decide to arrive. A towel, a light one, not too big, but it should be enough. Then another spare bag. And another spare bag with me. And then I actually have 3 t-shirts. There are 2 more shirts. And you never know what might happen. There might be some kind of festive occasion. I even brought a shirt with me, with collar, long sleeves. And last but not least, some socks there. I think that's it. No, there are a few more. And then, of course, I have the swimming trunks with me, which I use as walk short, super thin, super light. So that's the clothing, including a bit of electronics. Then let's take a look inside the individual bags that I haven't opened. I'll throw that over there, and this, and this, and that one. So, I know that one weighs just about 3 kilo. That's my computer. With a safety feature, namely a really sturdy tarpaulin dry bag. It weighs 330 grams. I weighted it once. Then I have a double foam protection. And in the first layer, I have the computer power supply, the mouse, and the power cable for the power supply. Unfortunately, I don't know the weight of that and the protection. And that would be the computer. I think it's 13 or 14 inches, not the lightest anymore. As I said, the whole thing weighs less than 3 kilos. I think I weighted it at 2,950 grams. Then maybe we'll move on to the technology. The whole box weighs, I guess, 1,200 grams. I'll write it down below. I did make a note of it, but I can't remember it off the top of my head. That's a bit like an anti-shake insert. I have headphones in here. It's a super cool LED light with 4 brightness levels and a flashing function. I also have a short tripod. You can mount and position it with the action cam mounts. And that's actually quite handy. This is the screw for it. A spare Bluetooth mouse, because my other mouse is a bit broken. Of course, you can save weight by not taking two mice with you. This is the charger for the old Sony cam. It weighs next to nothing. It's a normal USB-C and normal USB 65-watt charger. Then I also have a small USB-C power bank with me, just in case. Some data, USB stick, data storage, and the second one, since I also ride with the super old Garmin. I think I've already put the other maps on it. Then I have a few USB cables, another USB stick. Now I have a sticker of myself and an adapter for the Garmin, which is still very old-fashioned, nothing to do with Bluetooth. I have a total of 4 1 terabyte mini SD cards. So, and there is one more thing, yes, a spare battery for the Bluetooth mouse. It's always good to have rubber rings with you. Last but not least, the toiletries bag. What do we have in there? First, an extra item. I'll open it later. A hairbrush. I removed a few of the bristles to make it lighter. Like this, right? Inside are huge plasters for open wounds, for sticking on and also washing stripes. I saw that from a Swiss guy on his website, I think. It's basically detergent in solid form. In my case, you probably put it in the dry bag and shake it, as you know. I didn't know about it before. Cotton buds are important to me. Some painkillers. Then some more stripe for open wounds. One almost empty tube of toothpaste. One half empty tube of toothpaste. Some more painkillers in case you hurt yourself somewhere. Then some disposal gloves, just to be on the safe side. Then for emergency, some more painkillers. Then I have got some cold sore cream. There, that's probably 10 years old. So you could probably take less than that with you in reality. Some hangers for, I don't know, drying laundry or something else. I found 3 of them. And then I have my spare key and also for the sat-nav holder. And I also have a hook like this. That would actually be this little bag. Yes, and what else is there to say? The whole toilet bag, including that, weighed 1,450 grams. The waterproof bag weighs 840 grams. And the gray outer bag weighs 1,460 grams. This gives you a better idea of the weight, which is why this whole package weighs almost 11 kilos at the end of the day. Last but not least, the last bag. Inside, I have a razor, 2 wet razors, shampoo, a nail file, nail scissors, and a few cotton buds. And then I have an AliExpress toothbrush, because unfortunately our brands in Europe don't manage to make a USB connection. It's exactly the same with the razor. And then you need another cable and another adapter and more and more and more stuff, and it gets heavier and heavier. Then I've got some small tubes of toothpaste in here, some normal soap, a clinical thermometer, baby toothbrushes for between the teeth. Yes, so I said that's what the package contains. In other words, my clothes that I'll be wearing when I'm not riding, including a few electronic devices that you need nowadays. Weighs 11 kilos for me. The shoes are not included because they are in a separate compartment on the outside of the bag. This allows everyone to better assess for themselves whether they still need a laptop for any activities these days or whether they can leave it behind. And the same goes for all the other items. Incidentally, a t-shirt can weigh 200 grams or 250 grams, depending on the material and also on the size. Of course, it depends, but if you have 6 t-shirts with you and each one is 50 grams heavier than a lighter one, then you've packed 300 grams for nothing. Unless you are traveling to the far north in winter, then the thicker shirt might make more sense. So that was the What Do I Take With Me episode about my clothing, apart from my motorbike gear. Yes, and I'll do the same with the next items, and then we will see why the weight adds up to what I end up taking with me.